Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm Platter Review Series V's I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I just got through reviewing the dark chocolate version of this, so, let's see how this goes, I guess. I guess I could use a little pick-me-up. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, hug yourself because you love yourself. I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. And that's kind of the case today, except that in this instance, just as I mentioned in my previous review, I actually found this at work. Place that I work, we have a little, break room kind of dealie, as you do. And they've got like a little cooler section and, sodas and Hot Pockets and shit and what have you. And they've also got a little place where you can scan your items in when you want to buy them. And around the scanner thing today, there was like a whole bunch of new shit. All right, new shit. So I'm looking over and it's, they have 5-hour energies, a few other things. And then I noticed that they had something that I was completely unfamiliar with. So, what is it? Why do I hope it's good? Well, I hope it's good because I always hope it's good. Boom! It is from Awake. This is their caramel-flavored caffeinated chocolate. Ooh, caffeinated chocolate. Now, I already know from the other one I did. I just got through doing their dark chocolate version. Apparently, 1 bar is the equivalent of 1 cup of coffee. It has 101 grams, or... what fucking measurement was it? 101 milligrams. 101 grams, I think, would have been just a bit much. 101 milligrams of caffeine. So yeah, basically, feeling a bit sleepy or whatever, instead of popping some coffee or whatever, you can eat one of these apparently. Let's get a thing for a thing. Looks like this, and we'll go. Let's try out a caramel thing. I'm interested to see how this goes. Is it going to be like a Carmelo, where it's going to be like caramel on the inside? Because if that's the case, I'm going to have a good time. Let's see. Maybe. It's cool. I do like that they have like their own mold. It does, but it looks like shitty caramel. That is definitely not like Carmelo caramel, but yeah. Okay. It's not bad. Not great, but it's not bad. I mean, when it comes to caramel-filled chocolate bars, Carmelo is the business. They're the fucking fancy motherfuckers. It definitely isn't as good as a Carmelo bar. For one thing, the chocolate, well, not bad. It's definitely not great chocolate. It's fine. It's serviceable, but it's, yeah. With the dark chocolate, you could kind of get away with it a little bit more because, it's dark chocolate. Dark chocolate's already a little bit bitter. It's got a little bit of acidity to it. This is milk chocolate. You have less places to hide. It needs to be sweet. It needs to be smooth. This, it's sweet, but there's also a little bit of an unwanted bitterness there. Not terrible, but it's there. Even despite, the caramel. And I wouldn't say that it's like a particularly smooth chocolate. It's not rough, but it's not smooth. Okay. And then, the caramel is caramel should be the best part. Biting into it should be a delicious treat. It's fine. yeah, it never really reaches like the proper crescendo that like a Carmelo bar does. And yeah, it's got like kind of a weird. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's the caffeine. Couldn't taste it in the dark chocolate because again, dark chocolate, it's already got other stuff going on. But there's definitely like a weird kind of not even aftertaste, like an undertaste. It's like kind of mildly acidic. I don't know that I like that. In fact, I know I don't. Yeah. I was going to say that, oh, well, I like this one more than the dark chocolate one. Because with the dark chocolate one, for one thing, this does at least solve one of the problems with the dark chocolate. In that the dark chocolate, my biggest gripe with it was it's just a thick bar of dark chocolate. So biting into it, like, it's kind of hard to bite into. This, because it's filled, it's easier to break through, melts in your mouth easier. This, however, so it does have that going for it. However, in almost every other regard, I really don't like it very much. Having that second piece really hammered it home for me. Yeah, there's like this weird burning sensation. Like, that is not good chocolate. That is not good caramel. And like I said, I don't know if that undertaste, as I've dubbed it, I don't know if that's from the caffeine or if it's just shitty chocolate. But like, that's not good. Okay. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No and no. It is not good. The dark chocolate didn't thrill me, but for what it was fine. It was a dark chocolate bar. It did what it needed to do. This, like I said, because, and I really wanted to like this, because I love a Carmelo. This, because it had less places to hide, it just like that burn that you get from it, and you can tell it's not great chocolate, and it's definitely not great caramel. It's very, and this is the thing. Like, I'm all for new wacky products and stuff like that. Fuck, I have an entire show built around it. It still needs to taste good. And I think in this instance, this seems like they're more banking on, oh, look, it's caffeinated chocolate bar, waka waka, versus actually putting out a really nice candy bar. If you can do both, fantastic. If you can do one or the other, and I kind of feel like this was, again, I think they're hinging a bit too much on the caffeinated aspect to maybe kind of carry it through. But for me personally, like, that is really not very good. Like, again, what started out initially is like, okay, this is pretty good for what it was. I didn't hate it. It really just kind of became worse and worse. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't get this again. It's actively pretty unpleasant for me. And if I'm recommending it, I'm definitely not. Like, if for whatever reason, instead of just grabbing a cup of coffee or an energy drink or energy gum or what the fuck ever, if you really want your caffeine in chocolate bar form, I would say go for the dark chocolate. Even if you're not into dark chocolate, I still think you'd probably find that a little bit more palatable, because at the very least it tastes like okay dark chocolate. Whereas with this one, it just tastes like not very good milk chocolate with not very good caramel. So, but anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly Carmelo-tastic rest of your life, because Carmelos are so good. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal take on Carmelo? You know, for me as a kid, it was always very special. It felt very luxury, you know. And I remember we used to have this little convenience store that sadly is no longer there anymore, but it's in my hometown. And I'd go over there occasionally. I'd walk over. Took a little bit of a trip, but not too bad. Walk over. I'd buy maybe a comic. Buy myself Carmelo bar. I always felt really good about that. These days, I feel like it's lost a little bit of its luster, and I'm sure some people probably see it as being a little bit basic, but I don't know. I still like it. Maybe one day I'll review the Carmelo bar. But anyway,